Welcome to Salaam Nerds Podcast. We do reviews and recaps of your favorite TV shows, movies, and current events.
Yo, it's the Salaam Nerds. My name is Steve, aka Watch Me Lead. I'm here, my boy Chad.
We drop live episodes on YouTube on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you to all our supporters. Please help us by subscribing and leaving a good review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. All episodes can also be found everywhere podcasts are found.
Yo, Salaam Nerds. It's your boy Neebs, aka Watch with Neebs, and I'm here with my co-host Jath, aka DJ Chai.
DJ Chai.
DJ Chai. Look, I got my Chai hat on today in honor of our guest, Faryal. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Slums.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
I know. It's been a while since I've actually seen your face and have an interaction with you.
That's true. Wow, yeah, that's true.
I think we had plans to like meet up and like do some TikToks and get dinner with like Bucky and a few other people. And then the show came out and everyone's just like in their own head, and we kind of just grabbed it. I'm like, we need a week to take
Yeah.
a moment for ourselves and go to therapy and figure out how we're feeling. So let me ask you, how are you feeling?
I think now that it's been a week, I'm feeling better. I think when it first came out, I was like, oh my God, that's how they portrayed me. But I'm good now. I'm good.
I'm good. It does. The shock wears off a little bit, but I was the same way. I was like, they made me such a bumbling, awkward person. And I was like, that can't do any small talk. And I was like, what do you mean? I have a podcast. I can do small talk.
I don't think you came off awkward at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I was the awkward one.
I mean, listen, you were slurping your drink.
I didn't slurp my drink.
You did not. But when I saw that, I was like, wait, did that happen? They're gaslighting me.
So
Even
that didn't
I was
happen?
like, wait, no, that didn't
No,
happen. They
that
just
did not
increased the soundbite.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That moment was probably at a different moment, but it was really, really funny. But like when I watched it, I was like, I really did think that that's how it went. But then when I like turned my brain on, I was like, wait a second, no, that's not what happened at all.
You would have noticed that in the moment and been like, wow, okay, damn, like what is this girl doing?
Yeah. It was really like it, and they also made it look like I was the one doing most of the talking, but you were like talking a lot. You were sharing a lot of stuff, and I was like, it was really interesting stuff. I'm really sad some of it didn't get like, onto TV.
Yeah.
Ooh, can we talk about that?
Yeah, but I actually, it was funny because like when I was watching it, I was like, wow, like really? All I said was yeah, after yeah. Like that's all I said.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
gaslit
Yeah.
in the
Like, it's
moment.
definitely not like that. No, it was really cool. We had a lot of cool conversations. And it was like 4 hours long. And
It
I
was
think
very
maybe like
long.
less than like, I don't know, like 5 minutes made it.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
well now I'm like noticing my yeah. Yeah, I feel like I really enjoyed that one conversation we had over like suicide. And
Yeah.
I was sad
Oh,
not
wow.
to see that.
Yeah, because I talk about how I volunteered at a suicide hotline, and we talked about how the Muslim community kind of does not take care of their most vulnerable parts of their communities sometimes, like
Mm-hmm.
the minorities in the community and stuff like that. That didn't make it, and I was like, oh, that would have been nice. And like, I get it. They wanted to keep it light. It's not a fun topic to talk about, but it is like an important topic and something that I care deeply about, right? But yeah, I really enjoyed talking about that with you. It was really nice, and I remember like you were so engaged and like you really made me feel like you cared about what I was talking about, and I feel sad that that didn't come off on TV.
Yeah, I think with like the edit that I got, they couldn't have that in the show.
No, I get that, but like I know one of the things that you thought was One of the things that I thought that was funny is they use your cups for somebody else's house.
It was for Mariam's
What?
house. I was so mad. Okay, I have like random massive mug collections. Like here you go. Here's my another mug wall. And the fact that that mug shelf or cabinet wasn't in my portrayal, I was so mad.
Out of all the things to get mad about, that's the one thing that like you can't let go. I'll take the bad edit, but don't you dare give my cups to someone else.
I'm on her side with this one, actually. Like,
And okay, here's the other thing I didn't appreciate. They made it seem like I just randomly collect all these cat things,
yeah.
but not have a cat, and it's like I have a cat.
Oh my god, they didn't even show you. They showed somebody else's cat, and they didn't show your cat.
My cat, and I'm like, my cat is the most photogenic cat possible. Like she's made for the camera.
can we see your cat?
Actually, yeah, she's right here.
They're so funny. Let me see. Oh, there she is.
Oh my god!
Listen, Salaam nerds will give her 15 minutes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, no. But like, what was your experience like filming in general? Like, I really enjoyed it. Like getting mic'd up and like having them set up lighting in your house and like the interviews. How did you feel about that? Because I actually did really enjoy
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, I thought that part was fun because they make you feel so comfortable. They're like, "Oh, like don't worry, we're going to take care of you. You're like in good hands." So I did like I and like noticing like seeing like how much work goes into everything.
Yeah.
It's just like, crazy to think because like there's all these lighting things set up here, there, and yeah, I really and like just talking to the team actually. I love talking to Tom and
Yeah.
Ryan. Like those I remember them like so clearly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
can I be your friend actually?
I remember Bianca. She was so nice. She's so talented. And I was just like, she was like, I got you. I got you. And she was just like, they were just so nice. I'm just like, listen, this is a bad area for me. Can you not get this side? And they're like, no, we're gonna make you better than you've ever looked in your life. And to be honest, I feel like they did because like it came out really cool. Some of the scenes, like
Yeah.
the slow motion, the background blur, like all the cool filters. They know what they're doing. It's a reason it's an
Mhm.
Emmy award winning show, right? It makes sense.
Yeah.
It
Yeah. Because
definitely does.
some of the team is from like Indian matchmaking and I think Jewish matchmaking too. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It was really cool. I really did enjoy that process. How was the interview process for you? Because I feel like I've learned that my process was a lot different than a lot of other people's.
Mm. Yeah, because I think you were referred, right?
Yeah, yeah. So apparently okay, I learned this yesterday actually.
What?
So my friend Nazish was literally applying for people without their consent. Like she was just like applying all her friends. I learned this yesterday because when I was at a watch party and I was telling people like, oh, they're like, how did he get on here? I'm like, oh, my friend Nadish, what's gonna call it, hooked me up, and she was like, yeah, she applied like all her friends. And like, she's like some of them got called back and refused to do it, but she was like, they didn't even know about it. She was just randomly applying for all her friends. I was like, that's hilarious.
Hold
Did
up.
you have to record a video?
No, I didn't record a video. What
No.
kind of
Okay.
video?
I think I recorded a video. Because like after you do the application, I think you have to upload like something talking about like why you would be good for the show or
Hmm.
something. And so I think well, okay, I've applied to 2 shows so far.
Okay.
So that's why I may be mixing it up, but I'm pretty sure you had to record a video because I know someone else did and like she posted hers on TikTok. And I
Yeah.
remember seeing, yeah, so like I remember I feel like I made one for this one too.
Yeah, I remember seeing. I think her name is Sandy. I remember her posting on TikTok. I don't remember doing one unless like my memory is a little hazy. I don't. I remember doing Zoom calls with them though. So I
Yeah,
definitely had
yeah.
Zoom calls, like maybe 2 of them, and they went really well. And then the first one I had to apologize because I did not give them my address because I thought they were a scam. So
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
what?
I remember you telling me that on our date.
Yeah.
And then it kind of I got annoyed actually because I was just like, so now they're just choosing anyone? Like I
Yeah.
was so like I was just like, what?
They just picked a guy off the street for you. Like,
I mean, they figured it out after the Zoom calls, but initial, I was like, I don't know about this. I was like, they're just trying to get like my data. I was like, this isn't real. But yeah, no. But I kind of get why they set us up because like you're into all of these like knickknacks and fun things, and you're like a really fun person, and that's one of the things that I said that I really wanted. I wanted somebody fun, so I can understand why they set us up. Um, what are your thoughts about that? Because I think you got
So like I think things were meshing. The biggest thing for me was like I did not want a big age gap, and
yeah.
so that's where it like really I was just like I guess the information that I was told right before going into the date, it rubbed me the wrong way because it reminded me of like what I didn't ask for. And
Mm,
so I was just like, okay, I'll go into this and I don't know what to expect. So like
yeah.
yeah, so I think for me initially, like I mean once I got to know you, like you were great, you were cool, you were so nice, and I don't no one knows is that like you dropped me off to the train station like right
Yeah.
after our date.
Yeah, they all left you. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
she's in the corner. No one's gonna take her to the train station. I was like, I'll give you a ride to the train station.
Yeah, so I feel like I guess that's like our behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah. I totally understand that. Like if the age thing was, uh, you know, an issue for you, and I know you said like you've had issues with that in your past, like that makes total sense to me. Like I feel like if that was something that you weren't comfortable with, it makes sense why learning that right before the date would kind of put you in that headspace. So that totally
Yeah.
makes sense to me. I totally feel you. And I remember when you told me about that, and they set me up with Farah, I was like, that's two people that they set me up with that are a bit younger than me. I was like, are they setting me up to be like a creep? Like I got like
I
in
was
my head
scared
about
for
that.
you.
I
I
got in
was
my head.
actually very scared.
I got in my head about that because I was like, wait, am I being set up? Like, I just like an old man who preys on like young girls. Like, I feel like I was like, that's what I thought was happening. But
I I think like the other thing that I think the whole reason why I was like against the big age gap was
yeah,
because like I was married previously and that was like something not disclosed on the show.
yeah, they didn't tell me that
And
at all. They didn't tell
yeah,
me that at all that you were divorced. I found that out while talking to you.
yeah. So that's why I was just like I don't want something where it's like I'm being put in the same position again. So that's why I was just like I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, I totally feel
Oh
you. That's
my
why, like, I took extra
god.
precautions with Farah. I was like, Farah, you have to tell me, like, are you okay with this? Are you sure you're comfortable? And she was like, I'm more than comfortable. And I was like, okay, then that's fine. And I was like, if I get called out, you got to back me up. I was like, I was
I'm
like,
meeting her next week, actually.
no way.
Yeah.
Wait,
Someone,
that's right. You're both okay.
She's
my,
here.
my two girls.
Yeah. Yo, can we get both of them on at the same time at some point?
That sounds too for wife-ish. I don't want. I don't
No,
want
no,
that
no.
to take-
I want to have that conversation. Both of them in there just talking about you. It would be so funny.
You can have a podcast with both of them without me if you want. Then you'll get their
Okay.
truth out. That
Done.
You'll get the real tea. We'll spill the
go.
chai.
Yeah, definitely. Was my leg that anxious? I don't remember being that anxious. I do remember.
I never noticed it.
Yeah, I was like, like they made it seem like it was there, but like, okay, my leg is anxious. That's fine. Show the ankle. You don't gotta show like the whole crotchal region. That's a little much. Keep it halal.
I like how they zoomed into that. You know? Like,
It was
I remember
uncomfortable.
someone texting me, like a friend texted me, and she was like, "Why are they showing how close y'all's legs are?" And I was like, "Are they that close?"
They weren't even that close. I feel like there was definitely a halal gap. I remember I didn't even shake your hand. I was
Yeah.
like, I
Haram
don't.
police.
Yeah, I haram please myself. I did the hand on the heart thing, and then when I went to date Farah, I made sure I shook her hand because they were like, you may have come off like too like rigid and stuff like that. So like I was like, all right, fine, I'll shake Farah's hand. I was like, I don't
You
know.
asked for my coat. You were like, "Can I take
Yeah,
your coat?" So
yeah. But I don't know. A coat's like an inanimate object. I don't know. You can take someone's coat. It was weird, but I didn't know you didn't like chocolates. How am I supposed to know?
I mean, you didn't know anything about me, which is fine.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I used your chocolate in a very nice way. I still have to. They're sitting literally on my kitchen island right now. So
That does
like
not sound healthy. That's like 2 years old.
I'm not keeping them to eat them, but I'm
Okay.
just keeping them because like they look nice, they're pretty, and
Alright.
I
For
ended
the
up having a
memories.
Valentine's dinner pop up,
Yeah.
and so for that, for every couple that came, I had a chocolate rose for them.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it not going to waste. I totally approve of you recycling my gift. That's totally fine.
I
I
kept two
appreciate
for
that.
myself.
I love that. I love that.
Okay, so they didn't tell Neves that you didn't like chocolate, right? But
Yeah, they
Neves,
didn't say.
did you tell them like, hey, I'm gonna try doing this for her? Or like
Yeah. I told them I was like, oh, listen, I got
oh, so they
chocolate
didn't know
roses.
either. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't know either probably. Uh, but I don't know. I was like, yeah, I'm getting the chocolate roses. I was like, I thought it would be
Mhm.
nice. I kept it like frozen in the fridge so that doesn't like melt.
I remember watching someone's like I guess live reaction on their stories, and they were
Yeah.
like, "He got you chocolate," and I'm just like, "I don't like chocolate."
It's the thought that I'm a little old fashioned, man. I that's the one benefit of being old. At least you like still treat ladies as like like a gentleman. That's like the one thing. Um, but the other thing was like I told Huda that like I was afraid that like I had this whole story, and you can probably relate to this too because I know you had your own story that you wished could have got out, but like why I waited so long to date and stuff, right? 'Cause like I had to take care of my family and help support them and stuff like that. Uh, you had a similar story that you wish that you got to tell. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I kind of wanted my angle to be more on divorced women building themselves back up and then entering the dating scene, realizing like they don't have to settle for like, men that like have kids or like second wives, whatever. Like, I wanted them to realize like they can get what they want in life, and then they can also make something of themselves and still be in society happy. So
Yeah,
that was my angle.
that sounds very similar to Yasmin's angle. Actually, did they give
Yeah.
your angle to someone else?
That's hilarious.
uh, I was with Bucky yesterday, and she was like, some of the jokes on there were my jokes.
Really?
Yeah, and she didn't get credit for the like the title in the upper episode and stuff, which funny. And I came up with the title in our episode, the Get Married at Chai Trying. That was all me, and I totally forgot about it until I was watching it back. I was like, oh shit, I came up with that.
Yeah, you say it while you're like making chai. That
Yeah.
was also the other thing that upset me. I was like, I'm the chai bully. Why the hell am I not the one making the chai? Because they like recorded a whole scene of me making chai, so
Yeah.
I was just like very like, man, I can't even like use that for myself.
So that wasn't on purpose. So what basically happened, and I think I talked about it in Huda's interview, is that Huda needed a chaperone there. So because my parents weren't there, she was like, I don't want to be on camera with a random guy because it implies that that's something I'm okay with in my regular job, and she doesn't want to portray that as something she's okay with in a regular job. Even though yes, camera crew's there, everything's there, the audience knows, but there's also like this level of like, well, I've seen you be in a room with another guy on TV, right? So like you know how people are. Some people are crazy. They
Hmm.
don't realize they can't differentiate fiction from real sometimes. So you don't know. Um, so I called up like the closest person who lives near me, and that's my friend Karen. And she was such a trooper. She's so amazing. She came in, and then she was just sitting there, and she was just supposed to be sitting
Hmm.
there, not saying a word as Hilda talks to me. But she's just so charismatic and so funny that like she's sitting there and she's just roasting me the whole time. And the
Good.
producers just loved it. Producers were just loving her roasting me. They're like, "Can you do that on camera?" So they were like, "Go into the kitchen, make some chai, and then just do what you were doing." So they didn't give us any like script. They didn't tell us what to say. They're just like, "Be yourselves." And then me and Kieran just had a conversation in the kitchen while making chai. So that kind of just happened like organically. It wasn't like something that they had planned to do, but it kind of worked out in theme because like I just learned to make chai from my friend, and you're a chai person, so it kind of did flow nice. But it
I have a
was
question.
sure.
What? How are you learning chai this late
No, I know how to
in
make
life?
chai. I know how to
Oh,
make chai.
okay.
But, like,
Okay.
what I can't do is calculate how to make chai for more than one person. I can make chai for
Okay.
myself, and that's it. I can't make chai if I have to, like, figure out how much extra milk to put in for more people, I can't do it. I can't do it.
You're an engineer, my
I know,
guy.
I know. I just can't. I just can't be bothered. I'm so used to making chai. I'm so lonely. I'm so used to making chai for one person that like it's ingrained in me. That's how lonely I am.
It's just on autopilot doing the things without realizing any measurements. You just do it.
Yeah,
So now
yeah.
you know how to make chai for two.
Now I can make chai for many people. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Damn, I
But
was some
yes,
chai now.
I could always make chai for myself. I used to make it at work all the time, but like it would be only for me.
The
Uh,
other thing that, like, had me tripping out was your friend's name is Karen, and that's my nickname. Like, that's what everyone calls me in my community, so I was so thrown off when I saw Karen come up. I'm like, "That's the name they used for me?" And then I was like, "Wait, this is someone else."
um, yeah. Well, the other thing is, I have this theory that one of the reasons they cut our date so short is because we were eating on our date, and I feel like the
The
eating,
sounds.
the sound might have been not as nice because we were eating on our date, and that's why, like, as soon as the food gets in there, the date's over. They don't show anything after the food, and that's my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory about our date.
I believe it.
I mean, okay, you ordered what did you like, you had the sandwich,
I had the
right?
spicy sandwich and fries, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like, "There's no way I'm eating a sandwich on national television, not knowing like what to expect." So I was like, "Okay, I'll have the mac and cheese that they had."
Yeah. They
I
made
ordered a sandwich to go though.
I do remember that. I do remember that. I remember the cast and crew
Respect.
loved that place. They, like, were in
Mhm.
love with it. They had the, what was it? I think they had the kulfi milkshake
Kulfi
or the
shake. It was so good. Smriti was like, "This is
yeah.
the best milkshake I've ever had."
Yeah, shout out to Namkeen. I wanna get plugged
Are
them.
y'all to Namkeen? Nice.
Yeah, they went to Namkeens and it was in Metuchen, the Metuchen one, and, like, all these white people that are part of the crew were just like, "Oh my god, this sandwich is amazing. Oh my god, this milkshake is amazing." It was really cool. And I did like the fact that they supported all, like, Muslim, owned
Hmm.
restaurants, even the music. A lot of the music there is by Muslim artists. I had
Mhm.
no idea until I started seeing TikToks, from Muslim artists being, like, super excited about, like, their music being in the background of some of our scenes and stuff. I thought that was also really, really cool.
Yeah. It was funny because I think I had posted on my story how I wish like we had Chashni or another chai shop very close by. I'm
Yeah.
like forgetting the name. Do you know the other chai shop that's in Jersey?
There's Jai Chunuk, there's Khyber, there's quite a few.
Kyber, yes. So I think I had also tagged Kyber because like before our date, I Uber Eats I used them to get their iced chai or something
Yeah.
because I was like, I'm hungry, so like I'm gonna have something. But I wish our date was there too. And they actually DM'd me back saying like, oh, they did ask us. And I was like, why did y'all say no?
Oh, that's so
They
funny.
said no?
Yeah, I think they were just skeptical maybe
The other thing
whatever
is, like,
reason.
for them to
Also
film there,
fair.
they have to, like, not let anybody in, so they lose, like, almost half a day's worth of, like, revenue to have somebody
Mm.
film there. But
Yeah,
me
that's
and
true.
Faryal, our date happened with other people still there. Like,
Hmm.
they blocked off a small section, but, like, people were coming in and out. Like, it was like the restaurant was
Yeah, I
still
remember
running.
that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
distinctly remember
Were you
that.
there?
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe.
I think he remembers
I'm
seeing it.
always there for my bro. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
I got his back though. Give me
Yeah,
more of
yeah.
this.
No, no. It was a lot of fun, to do it, but I don't know if I would do it again. It's
Yeah.
very nerve-wracking. It's not the filming was fun. The year and a half of, like, anxiety is
Hmm.
what got me, right? Because like, for me, like, when I started like, if I start dating somebody else, like, go on a date, I would always be like, "Should I tell this person? Or does it come
Hmm.
off like I'm trying to brag that, like, I've been on TV? Or, like, should I not tell this person? And, like, if this date goes bad, are they gonna blow me up on Reddit?" I started getting really nervous about, like, all the dates that I would go on after being on the show,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Just come out already so I can just move on with my life."
Yeah.
And that's how I felt. I don't know. What about you?
I I think I like only told one or two people that I like potentially went on a date with.
Yeah.
But other than that, I kept it very low because I think I was like I couldn't tell if I was like traumatized by like the whole thing and just like not knowing and like
Yeah.
how I would look after,
Yeah.
or just like I don't know, I'll just wait and then like, see and
Yeah.
then tell somebody. So like yeah, and then like we sign NDAs, right? So it's like
Yeah.
what if I'm not talking to this person? Then what? They just
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I kind of I didn't know what to do, and I felt like that's like where we were kind of left in the dark, like not knowing how to proceed.
Yeah, I
So
feel like a little bit of more hand holding after,
hmm
the whole stuff
yeah,
would have been nice because it was almost like dark
yeah,
after and like I get it, a lot of stuff was happening, the genocide was happening, and there's like other stuff happening that delayed it. So like I'm not really mad at them for that, but a little bit of like checking in would have been a little bit nicer. Because
yeah,
yeah, I remember I
yeah,
went on like one date and I was like, and they knew about my social media a little bit, and I was just like being a little, like, shady about it because I was like I was, like, downplaying it and, like, not sharing too much because, like, I knew the show was gonna come out. Like, I don't know if the things are with me and this person are gonna work out. I was like, 2nd, 3rd date, I'll let this person know. But, like, I remember I was like, I don't know if I should tell this person or not." And I remember it being, like, something I was, like, really thinking about. But I remember I was like, "Just come out already so I can just move on."
yeah. I I feel like I didn't get ghosted as hard from a guy as I did from like production.
Wow.
Damn, damn, that's funny. That is pretty funny. I remember, I told you that they were gonna, like, set me up with a second person, and I was like, Should I not do it?" I was like, "Should I just, like,
Oh, I remember
just
you talking
wrap
to me
it."
about that
I was like, "Should I
privately.
just wrap it up,
Yeah.
man?" I'm just like, I'm happy. I talked to one person, I got on TV, it didn't work out, it's fine. We're all good. I don't know how they got me to go on another date. I was like, "They're
I
good,
remember
man."
convincing you to. I told you, you're a good dude, my guy. Like, it's fine.
I don't know. It
I
was a
was
lot.
told to continue with you, and they were just like my friends were just like, just roll with it, just go on. And I'm like, I can't do that. It's like against my morals.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit because I feel like you got pretty
Shafted.
not shafted, but like I feel like I got Huda who was nice. But
Oh.
you got Yasmin who really held your hand to the fire a little bit, and I feel like it was like I don't think it needed to be that much.
I agree.
I like there's a part that as I was watching it back, I was like I almost felt like you were being baited to say bad things about me and you didn't. And I was like really appreciative of that. Like I saw that and I was like, I really did appreciate that. Cause you could have just
Yeah.
been like, no, I don't like him. He's ugly. Right. But like you didn't. And I just wanted to say I really did appreciate that.
Yeah, I like I guess because like we all know like where this is going. It's like, there's only so much where you're like, okay, I have to choose my words carefully because this is going to be portrayed for the rest of like your life.
Time,
And
yeah.
so and I was like, I can't say what you want me to say, and I was like, I'm not going to, because like other people are going to love him, and so I'm not going to ruin that opportunity for him. So I was just like, we didn't vibe. We didn't have a connection. Like, let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, we should normalize. Like, you shouldn't be forced to say bad things about somebody just because you don't feel a connection to them. I feel like that part. I feel like is a little toxic part of matchmaking. Like, there is a fine line between accountability, but like, also like, why say something mean about somebody for no reason, right?
Yeah.
I totally get that.
And I
Neutrality
think
is
for
totally
me,
fine.
yeah, and I think for me, like the biggest thing was I was like, why are you pushing me so much for this one person? And like I just didn't feel heard. And like that was my biggest thing. I was just like, if if you're going to a matchmaker and you don't feel heard after you meet with them, like that doesn't feel good. Cause then you're
Yeah.
just like, well, I could have just gone to another Rishta auntie or my parents.
Mm. Yeah,
Fair.
I get that. I get that, and I feel like that's one of the things that like people kind of like talking about you on the forums and stuff like that, and I didn't like that at all, and I felt the need to say something. So I hope that stops. I hope people can see this podcast and know like we're still cool, we're chill.
Yeah, I honestly I feel like I got a lot of love. I mean, of course, like everyone gets a little bit of hate
Yeah,
for whatever reason, but like I feel like looking back at it from this whole past week, I got a lot of love for like standing my ground
yeah,
and not like, just being like, okay, fine, like yeah, we'll go on another date.
yeah,
And so yeah, a lot of people were like, I appreciated you for being so firm on your boundaries and not like, just saying, okay, let's go on that second date.
yeah.
So, yeah,
No,
that made me feel good.
that's good. It should make you feel good. Also, I'm not totally beloved. I've gotten my fair share of hate. I've had people say it's a red flag that he's 40 and not married. I've had people say I was overbearing, a try hard. So I've gotten a few hate comments. Don't worry, you're not alone. We all get them.
Yeah, so which is like I expected, whichever way. Okay, I do have a question for you actually.
Mhm.
Would you would you rather go on a first date in front of your parents or like national television like we just did? Which one is worse for you?
That's a
Doesn't
good
matter.
question.
I'm the same either way. Unfortunately, I really don't care. It would have been the same.
What about you, for y'all?
Um I think if I guess like if I could choose a parent, the answer would change. But if it would be with both, I feel like it's just awkward to do it in front of your dad as a daughter.
Mm.
That's
Because then
funny, cause yeah.
you would be like getting side eyed from your dad, be like, like what is she doing? How is she asking him this?
Yeah.
My mom would do that. So yeah, I'm with you. If it was my dad, I'd be totally okay with it. But my mom, no, thank you.
My mom would probably grab a slipper and slap my leg for shaking so much. That's about it. But other than that, it'd be the same. Like I'm the same either way. Whether it's like in front of my mom, national TV, or a coworker, I'm the same. But what was shown may not be exactly how it happened. But yeah, no, it doesn't really make a difference. I don't know. Maybe that's my problem. If you could
Just shut
have
him.
if you can go on a date with in front of your parents, then maybe you're not dating good enough. Maybe you're not good at dating.
Ooh.
That's
Oh
probably it.
no.
That's
Now
good.
I'm thinking back, like, uh-oh. I've done that before, by the way. That's what I'm thinking back, like, oh no.
I, I
Am
keep
I?
my I keep my dates super halal.
Do they last like 4 hours on the first date or
Usually,
6 hours?
my dates last pretty long. They're usually like multiple locations, like
Mhm.
coffee, then
Hmm.
food, then dessert. They can last that long sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when it's spread out, it doesn't feel as long, but like when you're at one place for that long, you're just like, okay, it's been a while. Like we've seen sunset at this point.
Yeah. I remember it was a cold day too, and they made us stand
Hmm.
outside in the freezing cold and do interviews. That
You were
was
inside. I was standing outside in the cold for so long.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I meant for the interview, but this you're talking about
Oh.
before we going in.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's so true. I don't know why they didn't make you stay inside and make me walk in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, maybe because I had the chocolates, so they didn't want to ruin the surprise.
Mm.
Maybe
Well,
that's
you
why.
can still
But then
surprise
you would have
somebody with
walked
that.
in with the chocolates.
Yeah, I could have. I
Yeah.
could have. I don't know. I don't know why they did that.
But yeah, it was definitely cold because I remember in the show I saw your breath when you were talking on the interview, Neebs, at the end. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was definitely cold.
I remember
Mm.
it was super cold. I did remember that. Oh man. It's cold now, so it's probably around the same time. I remember. But like when did they interview your parents and stuff like that? Was that like much earlier?
Oh yeah. Because like I had applied in May,
Oh
and I think
damn.
Wow.
I started talking to them maybe August, July, August. Like that's when that initial casting process was going.
Yeah.
And then I think in August we were figuring out dates for September. And so yeah, they came and spent the weekend with me in September, mid-September.
That's crazy. So I feel like I was like a last minute addition. They just like threw me in there in the mix at the very end.
When did you start then, Neves? I feel like it was like after October in 2023.
Yeah, I think the interviews and stuff were happening in October, and I didn't film my first scene until like December. I think November was the first time
Yeah.
they like set something up with me, end of November, but like they came in maybe like the second week of December.
Wow.
Yeah, like my date with you was the second day. I think the first day they did my scenes with Karen and they did like my interview on the couch. And the second day, I got a haircut and then I went to see you and I did B-roll footage. Yeah, that was it.
Was that haircut that you got on the show? Was that
It was for my date.
It was for your day for the show for Farah. That's hilarious. Because like, when you said that, I'm like, hold up, wait a second. I distinctly remember that haircut for your second date.
So here's some stuff of haircut. Number one, there's like guys that are in Faryal's DMs talking about my haircut, and now we're besties. Like I don't know how that happened, but like he was commenting on my haircut, and he's like, "Yo, you don't know what the hell you're talking about," but he still did you right. And I was like, and I reached out to him. I was like, "Bro, that's not my barber." My barber didn't want to come on TV. Bro's probably got warrants and stuff. This is the only guy they were able to get on TV, and he did not speak a lick of English. Like I'm talking to him, he doesn't know what I'm saying. He's got like a Bluetooth in his headphone. He's probably on a phone call with his family in the Dominican Republic. Like he has no idea what's happening, and I'm just like talking to him, and he's going, yep. He does not speak English. He like there was a producer who spoke English. She had to translate everything for him, the contracts, everything, because he didn't speak English. And like I remember at the end, I was like, this guy didn't understand no word I'm saying. So all I do is I go, thank you, amigo. At the very end.
You even say gracias? My God.
I was like, I wanted to feel like I knew him, like I was friends with him, but like that's the first time I ever met that dude.
Well, now you have someone else to go to as well.
Yeah. Now I have another a barber to go to.
Okay, but let's be real there, man. We don't cheat on our barbers. Like
I know. I'm aware.
Yeah, let's go. But like I'm wondering why they didn't like bring me to North Carolina.
Yeah.
To
Why
film.
is the girl traveling?
Yeah.
For the date, for the first date.
I think I honestly think it's for logistics. I think it's just they were probably filming other people in New York, so they're like New York and New Jersey's close. Let's get them all done at the same time. So
I think Rahan and Bucky were shooting that week too.
Oh, were they? Yeah.
Oh,
Either them
okay,
or I think Noreen was also in New York.
Noreen. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it makes more sense for them production wise.
Yeah, because they were like, we already came to North Carolina. There's nothing there. We're not coming again.
Yeah. That's so
okay,
funny.
but North Carolina's pretty in the fall. Like they could definitely make that work.
Yeah. I was surprised that you guys, you and Farah had your date in Atlanta. I was like, because I looked up the bowling place. I was like, we don't have this here. And I'm like, where the hell is this?
Yeah. That's funny. Oh, movie magic. That is funny. But I did like the scene of you like in your roller skates and in your like, swag, and I thought that was a cool scene. I feel like that was really cool. Did they film that like, in the intro and then like put it in B-roll footage? Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
Yeah, it was so hot that day.
Yeah.
And here I am in my winter leggings and then like a sweatshirt, and I just kept going back and forth in my neighborhood, back and forth. And I was like, bro, I'm sweating so much. Like,
That's so
it's
funny.
hot.
That's hilarious.
It looked hot, and I feel like they put like a filter over it.
Yeah.
But like you could tell how sunny it was.
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny.
I don't know how to stop in my skates. Like I know how to skate, but I can't stop. So I just kept like just diving into the back of their car.
Oh my God. I thought you said you were
hilarious.
good. That's the first thing I asked you.
I just can't stop. I can skate. I won't let anyone fall, but I just can't stop.
Oh, fair. All right, that makes sense. That makes total sense.
Oh, Farah knows how to skate too. So we're gonna go roller skating at some point.
I feel
How do you like
You
this?
have
yeah.
to please like do a TikTok live or something of that.
That'd be really funny.
amazing.
You guys should definitely do TikTok together.
Oh, I'm living for this. Like, yeah,
I don't
Neebs,
know-
we're definitely
Girls.
gonna. Yeah.
I don't know why that makes me nervous, cause like I'm friends with both of you. It's not like I did anything bad, but it still feels weird. It's not like we were in a relationship. Like, it's not like you're my two exes, but it still feels weird to me.
That's
It's still-
exactly why I want them on. I can't wait.
I don't know why that feels so weird to me. Like we literally just went on one day. Like it's not that serious. But then when you say it like that, I'm like, oh, why did that feel so weird?
It's gonna be great.
so
I can't
funny.
wait.
Oh man. Whatchamacallit? So one of the things that I think that you were upset about in your TikToks, I don't know if you want to talk about it. We can edit this out if you don't want to. Was that you got called a cartoon? How do you feel about that?
What?
Okay. I guess like here's my thing. My friends can call me that,
Yeah.
but like a matchmaker is not technically, I guess, like in a professional setting. Like they're not your friend. They're just
Yeah.
gonna tell you. They're like a therapist, right? They're gonna
Yeah.
tell you how it is.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, there. As a lawyer, you have so many other words in your dictionary to describe someone, and that is your word choice. That had me. I was just like, I don't understand. And like a lot of people were like, "Oh, she's just trying to say like you're cute, you're bubbly," and I'm like, "Say that then." Like,
Yeah. I get that, but I don't think it
Wait.
was meant in a bad way. But I can understand because like I think there might be a cultural difference because I do know calling somebody a cartoon in Pakistan is very different than calling somebody a cartoon in America.
mhm.
Like it's more like
No,
what?
Neebs, I think this might be your fault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you love cartoons, and so they're like, "Fine,
Yeah, let's
find
call her a
another
cartoon and try to make it.
That's also a
Yeah.
possibility too. I actually did think of that. But here's the thing, that's not my fault. They were like they were like, give me red flags, and I gave them like all good red flags, and they're like, give us a fun one, and I was like, all right, here's a fun one, like someone who's never watched cartoons. Like I didn't say I wanted to date a cartoon. It's not the same thing. I'm not trying to date Jessica Rabbit. Like what the hell?
I would judge you so hard for that.
My business partner made the joke even bigger by literally making a cartoon of
Yeah.
me.
I like it.
No.
Lean into it, I guess.
It was cute. It was a cute cartoon, so I was okay with it. But I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
I
And
think
then
I think it's a mixture of things. I think it could have been partially my fault. It could have been partially a cultural thing. It could be a few things, but I honestly don't think she meant it in a bad way.
yeah. And then I think the other thing where it was just like, okay, I ask quirky questions when I'm on dates in general. I'll be like, oh, what was your favorite last bite of like whatever food you had? And so like I will categorize that as a quirky question
Yeah.
because who's asking that? Not many people. And so like I was talking about that, and then it's just like B-roll footage of all these cat items, and then like you're a weirdo, and I was just like, okay.
Wait, can you repeat that question?
What's the last thing
Your
you took a bite of?
favorite?
Right?
What's your favorite last bite?
Oh, okay, I get it now. I was like, for a second, I don't know why I heard like, "What's your favorite last bite of the last thing you ate?" And I'm like, what? That question made no sense. Okay, that makes way more sense now.
What is your favorite last bite?
I had
Yeah, Neebs,
Carvel
what's your
ice cream
favorite
cake.
last bite?
I had
Oh,
Carvel
okay.
ice cream cake last night because it was my birthday today.
Oh, really? Happy birthday.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You're an Aquarius.
No. Yes. No.
No?
I don't know. I'm like a Pisces, I think, or
Wait.
I'm on the cusp.
No.
I'm on the cusp.
It's
You're
a
an
couple days from now.
Aquarius. Got it.
Yeah.
You're still an Aquarius then.
I don't know. Pisces, Aquarius. I don't know. I don't believe in it. Haram. Shirk. We don't do that in this ethnic household. Oh man, that was funny. What else? Is there anything else you want to mention? Anything else you want to get off your chest or that you want to talk about that you felt like was not portrayed accurately?
I mean, besides my mugs, I think everything else was fine. Besides me slurping my drink, that like I don't do that on first dates. I really hope like guys don't remember me and was like, "Oh, you're that girl that slurps on dates." I don't want
No, no, I don't think so.
We'll
I
make
think
a TikTok of this and go viral. It's
no,
fine.
I think people will remember you as like the fun, bubbly person, who's animated and fun to be around. I think that's really just it. I think it'll be fine. I think everyone just does what I do and just hyper fixate on everything they're doing and just make it so much worse in their heads and catastrophize it a little bit.
Yeah. Who did you love? Like, what couple did you absolutely love?
Uh, I really liked Imran. I think he's super
Yes.
chill. I
Yes.
I am a big Imran fan.
Same.
Yeah.
I knew he was on the show before like they showed the show.
Oh, really?
Really?
I didn't know.
I guessed I was scheming and like trying to figure out who's on the show and like
Yeah.
I remember taking a screenshot because okay, Tom doesn't follow that many people. So
Yeah.
like if you're in Tom's follows, it's
Yeah.
usually cast members.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, smart.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I get that. I get that. No, Imran was my favorite from the guys. From my girls, my favorite other than the people that I dated, obviously, would
Of
probably be
course.
Bucky. I actually met Bucky a little bit after filming, a few months after filming, and like we became pretty good friends afterwards.
I met Bucky, I think like after you told me,
Yeah.
it was like during Ramzan and I was invited to an iftar and Bucky was there too and it was just the same thing like I know
Spider-Man meme?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that
It-
scene of Joey and Rachel from Friends.
yeah, exactly. Do you know what I know? Do you know what I know? Do you know? Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Yeah. What about you? Who are your favorites?
I would say I really liked Imran as the guy. I
Yeah.
think like his story was just so fun, like
Yeah.
flying, like that's such a cool date.
I was like, I want to be on a date where you get to
Yeah.
fly.
I was like, I'm
Well,
I'm
Neeb, you should
coming
come to
and I want to go.
Houston.
I feel like if I went on a date with somebody and they took me flying, I would instantly fall in love with them because there's an element of danger there, and I would be so afraid that we would.
You're gonna trauma bond?
Yeah, we would totally drama bond. I'd fall in love right away. I'd be like, "There's no way I'm not gonna be in love with you. my life is
dead.
in your hands."
But no, real.
That's so funny.
I am working on my pilot's license, so in a
I
few
do.
months.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
Especially with like every like you know what's happening in
Yeah,
the world right now with
I
planes. like,
know.
I'm so
No, that's
scared
why
to get
I'm
on a
not
plane.
flying into like other places. I'm going to my regional airport. Gonna take a little plane, 200 meters in the air, and we're fine.
These days, it's totally acceptable to clap when a plane lands because you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah. Did you see the Toronto flight?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
flipped?
That's wild.
yeah.
That's
Luckily, that
insane.
one was like purely an accident, and like it wasn't anything they could do about it. So
Everybody survives, so that's the good thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I don't know if you
crazy.
saw the footage from the other airplane cockpit, but like some other guy was recording it, and he saw the whole thing happen. And in that video, you could tell there was like a gust of wind that
Yeah.
caused it to tilt, and that's why it all happened.
Mm.
Damn, that's crazy. I don't know, man. But yeah, Imran, be careful, bro. Be careful out there.
Yeah, Imran.
We don't want to lose
We
you.
want you on here. We want you on the podcast, okay?
Get you on the podcast. Oh my god, yeah. Bucky will definitely be on the podcast. I'm looking forward to having Bucky on the show. So that's gonna be exciting. And who's your favorite girl? Who's the girl?
I think Noreen because like I
Yeah.
really relate to the whole ageism thing
Yeah.
now. And now I'm basically Noreen's age when she was on the show. And so like I get it. And so I think I really related to her story and yeah, she was definitely like I can't wait to come to New York and like be like, "Hey, can I like take you out for coffee? Can we like grab coffee?"
I just want to make sure everyone's happy and healthy, or at least healthy, or at least I'm not responsible for them not being unhealthy. That's all I want, at the very least. I don't want to
I
be.
feel like I feel like New York would probably be the best spot to get everyone together because, like, most of you guys are already in New York, so it
Yeah.
shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah. Majority of us are in New York, and then I believe some people that weren't in New York actually just moved to New York. So it's quite a few.
Oh,
That's right.
And Imran's got a plane, so he's good.
Yo, Imran, pick me up from Houston.
Well, Faryal, thank you so much for being on the show. We love having you. I definitely believe that everything happens for a reason. You know, in Islam, we believe that whatever is meant for you will never miss you. Everything was supposed to happen the way it was meant to happen. And I am really, really looking forward to seeing how your story plays out.
Can I talk about my business?
Yeah,
Go
absolutely.
for it.
Tell us about your business. How's it going? Where can we get stuff? I heard people were buying a whole bunch of your stuff after the show came out. Good for you.
Yeah, so I put a promo on our chai mix and dropped it down by $5. So like you can buy our chai mix for $20. It makes 20 cups. So it's a steal because you don't
Yo.
get that pricing at our pop-up events, but
Ooh.
we have two pop-ups coming up. One is in the DMV, the ISB Sahur night, and then that is on March 7th, I believe. And then we're going to be at the We Are Malika Ramadan Night Market in New York on the 15th of March this year.
Okay. I
So
may be around for that. We'll see.
come out. We can do a meet and greet.
Yeah. I think the 15th, what is that? A weekend or a weekday?
It's a Thursday.
Okay, that's fine. I might be there because I think on the 10th, I'm doing the United Airlines half marathon. So other than I should
You're
be
doing a
here.
marathon during Ramzan?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll
Did
see
you
what
know it
happens.
was Ramzan when you signed up?
I did not. I did not. I've done it before though. I've done a half marathon during Ramadan before too. It's doable. It's not the best thing, but it's doable. You just go really slow. Um, yeah. So if I'm around, I will definitely try to come by. Maybe we can get the gang together.
Yeah, we'll do some more TikToks.
Yeah, we'll do some TikToks. We can do maybe we can do a meet and greet for your chai place. Bring you some traffic that way.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Any last words before we go?
Um, I hope both of you guys find your partners soon, including me.
Oh, thank
So
you.
like, inshallah, we all meet our match soon. And
Inshallah.
me and you and Eve, like we were vulnerable. We went on a show not knowing what to expect, and we came out on the other side.
I know. I'm on the other side, and I'm like, thank God it's over. But to be honest, I feel like whatever was meant to happen was meant to happen. I definitely believe in that. You know, what's written for us is written for us. So no complaints, no regrets. Let's move forward.
Inshallah, everything works out for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank
And
you,
then,
everybody. And until next time, guys, Salaam nerds.
peace.